Roll me a spoon, Jim. What's the matter? Get over here, Magic. Get over here. I better do give it. Fights in the break.
You said like you just want to go quiet.
You have to
You're quite the impressionist. I didn't notice that.
That's the problem.
Oh, yeah?
Hi, Hal. Well, how are you? It's okay. Today's not too bad. Some days are better.
Well, I don't, he's in a suit, I think it's just me.
Huh? Oh, no, I think that's something to me. Oh, Rita, this is your original back. Oh, they scanned it. All right, thank you.
Oh, Bonnie's here. Texted me he might be late.
He's here.
He's here, right? You see him?
Joy.
Smiling. Tom Abadi.
I'm sorry, Rita, my mom is calling. Wait, no,
Sure.
hold on. I'll be right out.
It's not there.
20
Not
No
there.
rush.
and 20.
They're not there. Right, yeah, hold on, number 3 is there.
Hot lot. Oh, when they all Judy's. You on? Look. Oh, yeah, she's got one on 18.
She just got an DNT, so I was a little bit like,
No.
Which number's on?
Is your mom okay, Rebecca? Is your mom okay?
yeah, she got a new aide in her house today, so I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something.
Yeah. Ready.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I would like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during our hearings. When your hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium, and if they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. Board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. Prior to tonight's hearing, board members have visited most of the properties that are on the calendar tonight. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation, we will ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to give some brief rebuttal before closing the hearing. At that point, the stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any postponements tonight?
Yes, we have several. We have hearing number 9, Appeal 24-107, 70 East Old Country LLC. Hearing number 17, Appeal number 24-114, Lijon Lin. Hearing number 19, Appeal 24-89, Dorothy Lamb Irrevocable Trust. Hearing number 20, Appeal number 24-90, Kathleen and John Riley. And hearing holdover 3, Appeal 24-28, JLP and Associates Incorporated.
Is anybody here for any of those hearings? Let the record reflect that no one appeared, and let's call the first hearing.
First hearing is hearing 1, Appeal 24-25, Jason Jerome at 391 Briarwood Road, Massapequa.
Promise to tell the truth during these
Yes,
proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm appearing on behalf of Jason Giram of 391 Briarwood Road, Massapequa, New York. We are requesting a variance for a proposed second kitchen for a proposed parent-child use, which is located in an R17 zone and permitted with the Zoning Board of Appeals approval. Jason and Dana Giram will be living on the first floor with their 2 children, Joseph Pace and Andrea Pace. Dana's mother and father will be living on the second floor. All the adult occupants have signed the Declaration of Restricted Covenants, which requires 1 front entry, 1 doorbell, 1 mailbox, 1 boiler, and 1 electric meter. 2 off-street parking spaces will be provided where 3 spaces are required. The garage was previously converted to living space. We're also requesting a variance for the existing driveway, which does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 8 feet. The driveway runs along the property line. These conditions existed when Jason Giram purchased the property in 2021. Please note that the existing shed has been removed and the existing deck will also be removed for the installation of a paver patio. So I would request that item C be withdrawn from our application this evening. And with the board's permission, I'd like to submit revised plans for the application which reflects those changes. There was a previous zoning board decision for this property, decision number 93-375, dated November 4th, 1993, to construct a second-story addition with a second kitchen for a parent-child use and reduction of parking, providing 2 spaces where 3 are required, which we're also requesting to be amended with our application this evening. Photos of the property along with 4 consent letters, which include the abutting property owners to the east and west of the subject premises, has been submitted to the board. Property is well maintained, and the proposed use will be consistent with the character of the neighborhood, and that completes our application.
Thank you. You have everybody's information?
I do.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be voted to by our office. Thank you.
Hearing 2, Appeal 24-59, Courtney Hughes at 88 Park Hill Avenue, Massapequa.
Hi. Raise your right hand, please.
Good evening.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Denise Trefaro, DTT Design, 1165 Broadway Avenue, Holbrook, New York.
Thank you.
Jason Hughes, 88 Park Hill Avenue, Massapequa, New York, 11758.
Thank you.
Good evening. We're here this evening because it was prompted by an addition that they would like to put on the rear of their house that's going to improve it and give them a little bit more space. The parking space has been noted as only having 1 parking space because I'm assuming the garage has a platform in it and it does not allow for a car to be parked in the garage anymore. But the driveway as it is currently does allow for 2 cars adjacent to each other to be parked in it. So I'm not really sure if it's just not the proper width or why it was brought
It looks
to
like
the...
it's not the proper width.
But they parked two cars there adjacent to each other for 10 years since they've owned the house, and it's been that way.
That's, yeah, there's a lot like that there.
Okay. The second area is the fence, which is the same thing in their neighborhood on all the other three corners of their house. The fences are all 6 feet out to the property line on that second front yard, which they're here to also hopefully get that we can just move that onto their property line, even though it is slightly over the property line. They will move it back onto the property line off town property, but would still like to keep it on the side property as shown on the plot plan.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing 3, Appeal 24-99, James and Barbara Hillen at 44 Cedar Shore Drive, Massapequa. Further down.
Tom, tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Salvatore Koshia, Permits Ross, 338 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board.
Thank you.
I'm here on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Hillman at property known as 44 Cedar Shore Drive in Massapequa. They're proposing to maintain an 8-foot by 14-foot shed that doesn't have the required side yard and rear yard setbacks of 10 feet. They're looking to maintain a side yard of 4.3 feet and a rear yard of 7.9 feet.
And you came here for that.
I came here for that, all the way down here.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
Nope.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Have a good night, everyone.
You too. Thank you.
Hearing number 4, Appeal 24-104, Sean Santos at 11 Nassau Street, Massapequa.
Raise your right hand, please. Tom, to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
Sean Santos, 11 Nassau Street, Massapequa, 11758. Okay. Good evening to the board. I'm here tonight to request permission to install an in-ground pool that does not comply with the required setbacks. The requirements of my zone, which is a R110, are 10-foot side and rear setbacks. To comply with those setbacks, the pool would be too close to the house, especially to the area where the steps come out from the house leading into the backyard from the house, which we feel is not safe. The pool equipment is proposed at about 30 feet from the front property line instead of the required 60 feet, but it's still behind the line of the house and will be located behind the fence, so it will not be visible from the front or the side yard. There are AC units located against the house, as well as the gas utilities, so we cannot put the pool equipment there, and we'd like to keep it set back away from the pool area to leave more usable lawn space for the kids and the dog. Happy to answer any questions or concerns. I also have signatures from my neighbors, all three of which... I'm sorry?
That was going to be my question, if you spoke to your neighbors.
Yes, so I have all the signatures from the abutted properties, and then 2 other signatures from, between work and schedule, I couldn't get to the others, but the abutted properties, I do have the signatures.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you, have a good night.
You too.
Hearing 5, Appeal 24-124, Michael Palazzolo at 42 Leslie Lane, Massapequa.
Hi, would you raise your right hand, please? Tom, to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Howard Curtis, architect, 241 Lansdowne Avenue, Carl Place, New York.
Thank you.
This property is owned by Mr. Michael Palazzolo at 42 Leslie Lane in Massapequa. The family is proposing a pretty large renovation and an addition. It's a legal two-family right now. They're abandoning the two-family status, converting it to a one-family. We have a pretty large garage and patio cover in the back that we're taking down, and we're moving the garage and attaching it to the home on the right side. It reduces the side yard aggregate to less than what is allowable, but it opens up the backyard for the family. They already have an approval on a pool that they're going to be putting in the backyard. We're also adding a porch in the front, which reduces the front yard, but it's going to add some curb appeal, obviously, and it's also going to give them some sun protection on what is there. They have a pretty large window in their dining room, and it faces west, and certain times of year, it's pretty dreadful. So the porch will give them some cover there as well. And our pre-existing side yard on the left side of the home, north side, is only 5.6, but it's as I say, it's pre-existing, so we're not creating that. So our three variances are side yard aggregate, and front yard, and we are abandoning that two-family status.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 6, Appeal 24-27, Diane Franco, Vanillo at 38 Cary Avenue, Bethpage. And by the way, welcome back.
Thank you.
Again, for the record, Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. I'm appealing on behalf of Diana Franco Feniello of 38 Cary Avenue, Bethpage, New York. We're requesting to amend the specific plan as presented under Appeal Number 22-163, dated April 21st, 2022. We were in the process of signing off our applications, and the CO department noted that the existing waterfall is not included with the original pool permit. So we are back before you requesting that it be amended and included with our recently issued permit. So we are, again, requesting that decision be amended to include the waterfall, and photos of the property have been submitted to the board, and that completes our application.
Nice. Any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission had been notified of this application.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 7, Appeal 24-105, Nirmal Talwar at 76 Broadway, Bethpage.
Tom, tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. Good evening. I'm representing Nirmal Talwar of 76 Broadway in Bethpage. I passed up some photos for the board. Mr. Talwar is seeking a variance for a proposed fence exceeding the permitted height. This property is on the corner of Broadway and Wilson Lane. As with many corner properties, any type of improvement is a hardship. This fence will be coming out on the Wilson Lane side, even with the front setback of the home. I've taken many photos for the board in different directions. This fence will not pose interference with traffic in either direction. The intersection is controlled by 4 stop signs. The neighbor directly next door in 52 Wilson Lane, his driveway is on the other side of his property. The neighbor directly across the street at 78 Broadway has a similar fence to what Mr. Talwar is proposing. I did speak to the neighbor at 70 Broadway, and they had no objections to the fence. The fence is much needed for safety and privacy, and definitely will not be out of character with this neighborhood.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing number 8, Appeal 24-97, Jimmy Chandhook at 29 Sunset Avenue, Hicksville.
Good evening, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Mount Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. Representing Mr. Chaddock of 29 Sunset Avenue in Hicksville. I passed up some photos for the board. Mr. Chaddock is seeking a variance to maintain a front roof over having less side yard setback and aggregate setback. This case was before this board in May 2023. That was decision number 23-207, and that was for the front roof over a carport and a shed and another shed. That was denied. This is a new application showing the shed to be removed and the carport to be removed. That's reflected on the new plans. This roof over is in the front of the house and squares off the house, not further encroaching into the existing side yard setback. It is not enclosed. It's maintaining a 5.3 side yard setback where 8 feet is required. This is the existing setback of the home, and an aggregate of 16.4 feet where 20 feet is required. I did speak to the abutting neighbor at 50 Twin Lawns Avenue. He had no objections. There is a fence and shrubs between the properties. The other abutting neighbor at 27 Sunset Avenue has the same exact roof over.
All right, anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be voted to by office.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Hearing 10, Appeal 24-109, 25 Maple LLC, at 25 Maple Place in Hicksville.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, members of the board. For the applicant, Tom Abadi, I'm an attorney with offices at 88 Sunnyside Boulevard in Plainview, and this appeal seeks that relief necessary to erect a new single-family dwelling on Maple Place in Hicksville. Maple Place is that neighborhood sandwiched between the south side of Broadway Mall and West John, which we know is a major commercial east-west thoroughfare. The subject parcel, while it's zoned R17, contains just 4,000 square feet, and therein lies our practical difficulty. Because we possess 3,000 square feet less than the minimum mandated by code, it's nearly impossible to erect a new single-family dwelling that complies with the R17 requirements. Be that as it may, the relief that we're requesting is not dramatic from a numerical perspective. I offer up a series of 4 photographs on one page as a single exhibit. The top 2 photographs are of the subject. The bottom 2 are our abutting neighbors on each side. And what you'll see from those photographs is that the subject structure is placarded in full comport with Town of Oyster Bay regulations. It is a vacant structure. It is so structurally defective that it cannot be rebuilt, which necessitates the reason we're bringing this application tonight. The new home will be deficient in side yard setback, but only by 2 feet. We're required to provide 8 feet, we're holding 6 feet. If you look at the exhibit, you can see our neighbor on that side is not a dwelling, it's a New Age house of worship. It's called the Center for Spiritual Living. So we don't have a residential dwelling next to us, and that's where we're holding the deficient side yard. The side yard deficiency obviously naturally leads us to being deficient in the aggregate side yard. But if you look at our side plan, we're holding the greater side yard on the side where we have a residential neighbor. But again, if you look at those photographs, you can see it's not close to the structure, it's up against our neighbor's driveway and not the house. Speaking of the driveway, we need relief for ours. We only hold 1 foot where 8 feet is required, but that's an existing condition. We're keeping the existing curb cut. It's a condition that has existed for decades. And lastly, because we are 3,000 square feet below the R17, naturally lot coverage comes into play, but there we only exceed it by less than 4.5%. With respect to the neighbors and consents, I think you'll notice that the one residential dwelling we have is boarded up. We believe there was a fire there some months ago, so there was no one there to contact. That's my case, Ms. Alessia. I know I disappoint you when my cases are short, but that's all I have to say.
No song and dance number?
No song and dance.
We'll see if we can get something going here. Anybody have any questions?
I wanted to know if we had elevations to look at. Do we have elevations to look at? No, no plans at all.
Oh, you should have plans, yeah. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I could provide them to you if you wish, but it's a 2-story neo-traditional house without a garage. No garage.
Basement?
Yeah, is there a basement? Yes, there'll be a basement.
And what will be in the basement?
It's an unfinished basement.
plumbing? in the
Oh, yes,
basement?
oh, certainly, it'll have the amenities, yeah, like, so our electric, our plumbing, our hot water heater, all that would be in the basement.
But not set up for a bathroom, 3
Oh, no, 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 no.
That could exist.
What's in there?
And no basement entrance?
No.
10.
And if the elevations reveal it, you can issue it with a condition that we remove it, because that's the quid pro quo. If you're coming for relief, you don't have the outdoor basement entrance, right?
I think we would use the
He has
words
the-
quid pro quo.
Well, I used them.
Number 10.
But at least our lawyer thought it was funny.
Wait, it looked like he does have the elevations.
You do, okay.
Should, this should be in there.
I just would like to take a quick look.
No, 25 Maple LLC.
Thank you. Looks good. Thank you.
I'm sorry?
He has the wrong file out.
You got the wrong file?
Here, number 9 is supposed to
Oh, that's right, okay.
Okay, bathroom and bedroom on the first floor, living, dining, family, and then
be small house.
1, 2, 3, 4 up, 4 bedrooms up and 1 on the main. It's a lot for a small house. Bathrooms, 1, 2.
Ms. Alessia?
Yes?
Bob LaBarbera called me on my way here from Huntington. He told me it was 3 up, 1 down.
We
Did-
have bedroom, 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 master on the top floor.
Okay.
And then bedroom, living, family.
I mean, I'll defer to the plans. I'm just telling you what he told me.
That's okay.
How many bathrooms on the first floor? Okay. And the laundry room's on the second floor?
Yeah, I think this is, does this one have an ensuite? Not even. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thanks so much. Have a nice night.
You too,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Hearing number 11, Appeal 24-95, Joel Dowman at 30 Ruth Place, Plainview.
Thanks, Mike.
Again, for the record, Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Appearing on behalf of Joel Dowman of 30 Ruth Place, Plainview, New York, we are requesting a variance for an existing shed which is located in an R17 zone and does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 3 feet, maintaining a side yard setback of 1.2 feet. The existing pergola does not have the minimum required rear yard setback of 25 feet, and together with the existing one-story addition exceeds the maximum permitted gross floor area of 3,746 square feet. We are maintaining a rear yard setback of 8.5 feet and a gross floor area of 4,777.9 square feet. Just note the pergola and one-story addition only adds 306.8 square feet of GFA. There is no intention of roofing over or enclosing the pergola in any way, and we would have no objection with the board conditioning the application as such if approved. We're also requesting a variance for an existing 6-foot-high vinyl fence with 2 8-foot-8 arbors, which exceed the maximum permitted height of 4 feet across the front yard along Ruth Place. And as you can see on the survey that was submitted with this application, it's in a regular shaped lot and the fence slightly projects into the front yard. In addition, this fence does not impede any sight lines at all of neighboring driveways along Ruth Place. I was informed that the owner had consent letters, they just didn't get them to me in time for the hearing tonight, so I will submit them to the zoning board this week or next week. Our application was filed under the town's amnesty program. The property is well maintained, and the existing structures are consistent with the character of the neighborhood, and that completes our application.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
Hearing number 12, Appeal 24-101, Lou Zhao at 29 Robin Lane, Plainview.
Good
Raise your
evening.
right hand, please.
Yeah.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes,
Your name and address, please.
Lou Zhao, 29 Robin Lane, Plainview, New York, 11803.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'd like to keep my fence on my side yard. That was happening like around 2020, like I put it up because like we didn't feel safe. That was like a footprint all over our side yard and like a garden beds, and we were like really like afraid. And then that's why like I did my research and I found the family fence, which is licensed in Nassau County, and I just gave them, I telling them like whatever I have to apply for the town requirement, everything, and they told me everything is like, they are asked for 24-year family business in Long Island, and then I just listened to whatever their suggestion to put a fence on. And then like lately, I don't know, like some neighbors say is violent for the area, I don't know, like some, I don't know who did that, like, but I
Wait,
really
I'm
want.
sorry, what did
Like
the neighbor do?
some, like they file a complaint about violence
Oh,
of
they
the
filed a
fence.
complaint.
And then like, that's why I bring in the receipt of like from the family fence and their website with their license, like play everything. And then I really wanna keep my fence on my side yard.
Do you have, there was a complaint of animals, chickens or rabbits or?
No, someone, like, Oyster Bay already sent people there, took bunch of picture, everything, I'm all cleared for all that. There were no animals found in, like.
Did you have them though?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the shade for like a storage room for the bags and stuff. We never really have that. We have a dog, but it's in my house. It's like a 9-pound poodle.
It's very hard to also have chickens.
Yeah, and it's a COVID dog, and like he think he's a human somehow. Yeah,
I have a COVID dog too.
yeah, very needy. Like,
Better than a COVID baby.
that's true.
Well, less expensive.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application?
I just was wondering, was there any complaint that there, a safety issue, or in terms of sight, line of sight, you know, is that,
Just that there was no permit obtained.
no questions then?
Okay.
Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Okay, thank you.
Have a nice
Thank
day.
you, good night.
Good night. Hearing 13, Appeal 24-143, Bhagat Jat Singh at 16 Newport Drive, Plainview.
Thank you. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
And your name and address?
Jay Kohler of Tyler Connell Architects, 1200 Veterans Memorial Highway, Hauppauge, New York, 11788.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. Again, my name is Jay Kohler. I'm here representing the Singh family who reside at 16 Newport Drive in Plainview, which is located in the R120 residential zoning district. This past October, the Singh family, including their 2 young toddlers, were displaced from their home after it suffered damage from a fire. Our office has submitted a proposal outlining our plans for fire repair, as well as alterations to the existing home, a new front covered porch, and an addition to the east side of the dwelling extending 5 feet to the side and 6 feet to the front, aligning with the existing front projection of the home. Due to the extent of our scope of work, the house was classified as a new dwelling on partial existing and partial new foundation, and as such, any pre-existing nonconformities of the dwelling are subject to the current zoning standards. Our proposal seeks to reinstate a previously approved variance for minimum side yard setback while also pursuing variances for side yard aggregate and lot coverage pertaining to the new work. About 30 years ago, an addition was proposed to the west side of the dwelling, having less than the required side yard minimum. to which a variance was pursued, granted, and the addition was built. This project seeks to maintain that existing side yard minimum setback of approximately 13.6 feet while amending the previous variance decision to reflect the current project. The new addition to the east side of the dwelling is situated approximately 18.5 feet from the side property line, so when combined with the 13.6 feet side yard setback on the west side, we are left with an aggregate of 32.1 feet, while the minimum required is 35 feet. The new addition is approximately 350 square feet, while the front covered porch is 120 square feet. These two, combined with the existing dwelling, bring the total lot coverage to 15.31%, while the maximum allowable lot coverage is 15%. Converted to square footages, the allowable coverage for a 20,000 square foot lot is approximately 3,000 square feet, while our proposed dwelling and porch bring us to about 3,061. So we are seeking relief for that additional 61 square feet. We've explored many options with our client and tried to minimize any potential variances, but found that pursuing variances would provide the optimal look, feel, and functionality that we are looking to achieve. We feel that the current dwelling and the proposed additions and alterations I have spoken about have not and will not create any hardships for any of the neighboring properties, and the designs we proposed maintain the character of the neighborhood while integrating seamlessly into the existing dwelling. I appreciate your time and consideration and invite any questions or concerns from the board.
Anybody have any questions?
This is that area by St. Pius.
Yep.
Yeah, bigger houses there.
R120 zone, it's a big piece of property. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Plan Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Next is hearing 14, Appeal 24-115, Brush Hollow Inn LLC at 3998 Brush Hollow Road, Westbury.
Good evening, Madam Chair and members of the board. For the record, Philip Butler with the firm of Forcelli, Deegan, Tirana, on behalf of the applicant. I have some light materials to hand out to the board, if I may. So, if I may begin?
You may begin.
All right, so the premises that is the subject of the application is the Viana Hotel and Spa at 3998 Brush Hollow Road, the southeast corner of Brush Hollow Road and Montrose Road in Westbury. It was built and operates pursuant to a special permit from the town board that was issued in 2007. The hotel includes an on-site restaurant called the Marco Polo Restaurant. The hotel is located in a light industrial district and is surrounded to the north, south, and east by existing commercial and industrial uses. There is a BJ's gas station located directly across the street, and there's a Fairfield rental complex behind the gas station. If you look at Exhibits 1 and 2 of your materials, you'll see an aerial that gives the overall of the area, and then the zoning map showing the zoning classifications surrounding the property. The applicant seeks a de minimis parking variance of 2 spaces and a front yard setback on Montrose Road of 5.2 feet in connection with its plan to construct an 1,800 square foot second-story terrace for seasonal outdoor dining. By code, the hotel is required to have 123 spaces. We're proposing 121, and we're required to have 50 feet front yard setback on Montrose Road, whereas we are proposing 44 feet 7 inches. The property, as I mentioned, is basically surrounded by other industrial properties, the only exception being a small shopping center directly across Montrose Road. That center, however, faces onto Brush Hollow Road. It does not face the hotel, so they will not be looking directly at the terrace. There's also a stand of pretty mature trees and some landscaping on Montrose Road that is not going to be disturbed, so we don't believe there will be an impact on the community character, given that it is industrial commercial, no residents, and the visibility of the terrace will be very small. Again, I mentioned, I think these are de minimis variances, 1.6% for the parking and 10% for the setback. And just for the record, there are actually 36 spaces underneath the hotel that currently are not being utilized because they're frankly not needed. So in the event that the hotel does need future additional parking, they can start utilizing those spaces. With respect to the setback for the proposed terrace, Only a small sliver of the terrace will actually encroach into the required setback. If you look at your plans in Exhibit 4, you can see there's a shaded portion of the terrace that just encroaches slightly. The reason for that is that the setback line on Montrose Road is not a straight line across the property. It actually kind of curves into the site because of the shape of the site, a little bit of a kidney shape. So as the setback line crosses the property, it kind of curves in towards the hotel. So it kind of creates a little bit of a cramped space. You could say that we could decrease the width of the terrace to come fully within the setback, but if you look, the terrace is only proposed to be about the length of a parking space, so like 19, 20 feet. So losing 5 feet on that portion of it would kind of make it probably pretty non-functional. The parking variance is needed for the footings to the terrace. We're preserving as much of the on-site parking that's there today as possible by making it kind of subgrade and changing the pitch slightly so that there'll be parking underneath the terrace. With respect to its use, the proposed terrace is supposed to be for outdoor seasonal dining for the Marco Polo restaurant. It's not going to be a draw for people really primarily outside of the hotel. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions. Otherwise, the request is that the application be granted as presented.
Looks nice. Anybody have any questions? No. Anybody wish to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommended local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Hearing 15, Appeal 24-123, Jay Weinstein at 1 Delaware Avenue, Jericho.
So truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please?
Jay Weinstein, 1 Delaware Avenue, Jericho, New York, 11753.
Thank you.
Good evening, Board. When I first purchased the house, there was no fence on the properties. Now we have 3 dogs, and it's a corner property. The back of my house's space is just a patio, a stone patio. Most of the grass is on both sides of the house. So I'd like to, 3 things variance. 1 is to build a 6-foot fence so the dogs don't jump over the fence. 2, on my neighbor's side, to extend the yard to the front property. And on the side of the house, which faces the Northern State Parkway, to extend the house to the side and to the front of the house. It wouldn't interfere with the intersection. I spoke with both my buddy neighbors. They agreed they had no problems with the extension.
You spoke to the neighbor on Rockland,
I have, behind my house on Rockland, yes.
and their driveway is not impacted by the
He,
fence?
I told him I want to extend, he had no problems with it.
Okay, and also the neighbor on Delaware?
On Delaware, yes, yes. I spoke with him of a fence, we wanted to butt it against his fence.
Okay, he has a fence there as well?
Yes, but it doesn't extend as far out. He extends to the property line. I have the 3 dogs, I want them to be able to run around.
Okay.
Other people in the neighborhood have it extended to the property line.
His driveway's not right next to the fence, is it?
No,
Okay, that's my question.
no.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision will
Good
be
evening.
forwarded to you by
Thank
our
you.
office. Thank you.
Hearing 16, Appeal 2461, Calogero Bruto at 47 Sherman Drive, Syosset.
Tom, tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please?
Scott Kahn, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay, New York. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. I'm here tonight representing the Bruto family who seek to amend specific plan 22-510. During the course of this substantial renovation and addition to the split-level home, there were minor design changes that took place that bring us before you. First, the front yard setback has actually increased by not adding the walkout bay window. We were granted 26.2, and now it's actually 28.16, so it's better. Secondly, the second-story portico is lowered to a one-story portico, but the footprint remains the same, no increase in or decrease in GFA. Lastly, the attic dog dormers were removed, windows and doors were changed slightly, and most of the changes took place on the interior. Net result, although we did not need a lot coverage variance, our overall coverage went from 24.5 to 24.1. So, very minor changes, and that's why I'm here.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we do too.
Hearing 18, Appeal 24-110, Michael and Diane McGrath at 37 Beechwood Drive, Glen Head.
18.
Hello again. For the record, Philip Butler with the firm of Forcelli Deegan Tirana, 33 Earl Ovington Boulevard in Uniondale. On behalf of the applicants, I just have some photos to hand up, as well as some consent letters from the neighbors. I did have the consent letters. Give me one moment, please. Sure.
These are consents?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Thanks, Mike.
So we are requesting variances to legalize an existing shed and an existing open-air pergola and a outdoor barbecue with a countertop. The pergola is 19.8 feet from the side yard, whereas 20 is required, and the barbecue island is only 13 feet. But it's only about 3 feet tall, and it's a barbecue and a 10-foot long countertop, pretty de minimis, and you can see all that in the photographs. These improvements have existed for 12 to 15 years without issue. We did obtain consents from the neighbors to the both of the sides of the applicants, the individuals who can actually see these improvements. They have no issue with them. They've expressed no issue with them. The neighbors to the south, who are on Plymouth, we haven't heard from them, but also if you look at your photographs, they can't actually see into this yard because of the change in grade, and also they have pretty tall fences back there. So we don't think there's any impact on those neighbors, and we haven't heard otherwise. So I can go through the 5 factors if the board wants, otherwise I'm happy to keep this short, but I think the application pretty much speaks for itself. The backyard's very well maintained and there's no issues, so.
And since we know the 5 factors, we'll waive that. Would your client have any problem if we put a condition on it that the pergola is not to be further enclosed?
I think that's acceptable.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you, have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you.
Next is hearing holdover 1, Appeal 24-63, Q Kong Weng at 50 Sylvia Street, Glen Head.
Tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Dina Byrne, 5 Renville Court, Millneck, New York, 11765.
Thank you.
Good evening, Madam Chairwoman and members of the board. I'm here on behalf of the applicants, Mr. and Mrs. Wang, that reside at 50 Sylvia Street, Glen Head, known as Section 20, Block 45, Lot 12, situated in an R17 Residence District. I urge the board to refer to the existing survey and proposed site plan submitted as part of the application for your review. This property, though modest, represents a compelling case. It spans a substandard lot measuring only 50 feet wide by 125 feet deep, totaling 6,250 square feet. Presently, it features a single-family dwelling and a detached one-car garage. The Wangs acquired the property in 2017 when it suited their family needs with its 2 bedrooms and 1 full bath. However, as their family has expanded, they seek to renovate the dwelling. Their proposal includes a 1,227 square foot second-story addition comprising of 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a laundry room. Additionally, the first floor will gain 366 square feet of living space, expanding the original 862 square foot footprint.
This alteration will embrace an open floor plan incorporating a new entry foyer, a living room, a dining room, an eating kitchen, a full bath, and an enclosed porch. The resulting structure will be a charming two-story colonial totaling 2,455 square feet that will seamlessly blend with the character of the neighborhood. Due to the extent of this remodel, the town building department is classifying the structure as a new dwelling on a partially new and existing foundation. In alignment with the proposed dwelling, the Wangs also seek to replace the existing 252 square foot one-car garage with a 480 square foot two-car garage, featuring a gable roof consistent with the proposed dwelling's design. Existing setbacks for the current dwelling include a front yard setback of 31.9 feet, a side yard setback of 3.4 feet, where 8 feet is required by zone, and a side yard aggregate of 25.3 feet. The current garage maintains a side yard of 5 feet and a rear yard of 2 feet. The proposed additions to the dwelling will maintain the same front yard setback of 31.9 feet, the same side yard setback of 3.4 feet, the same side yard aggregate, ensuring no further encroachments other than the eaves and gutters than the current dwelling currently maintains. The proposed garage will maintain the required side yard and rear yard setback of 3 feet as required by zoning ordinance. We're requesting a variance for maintaining the 3.4-foot side yard setback and encroachments of eaves and gutters and the dwelling's height, which exceeds the maximum of 28 feet by a mere 4 inches. Additionally, variances are sought for the accessory structure, including rear yard coverage of 30%, in which we're proposing 38.4%, building coverage of 40% of the principal dwelling, in which we're proposing 48.22%, and the height of the garage where 12 feet is required and requesting to maintain 17.2 feet. As the board is aware, the measurements of the building's height has evolved over the years, from measuring from grade to the midpoint of the rafters to now measuring from grade to the top of the ridge. In our case, a height variance was unavoidable, as our only option would have been to design the garage with a flat roof, in which would not have fit within the character of the proposed dwelling nor the character of the neighborhood. The proposed dwelling and garage slightly exceed the maximum permitted building coverage of 25%, in which we're requesting 27.98%, and that's a difference of less than 3%. Had this lot been a standard 7,000 square feet, or had a lot width of 70 feet wide, the zoning, as the zoning mandates, many of these area variances requests would have not been necessary. I'd like to submit pictures and consent letters for the board's consideration. As relevant to the point of comparison, we're providing the board with images of similar two-story homes with detached garages in the immediate neighborhood, highlighting the harmony of our proposal with the area's character. This draws support for our case, as you'll see that the numerous instances of successful improved properties that feature similar dwellings and garages. The proposed additions to this property would not adversely impact the character of the neighborhood, especially considering the precedences set by the neighboring properties that have received similar approvals. Lastly, for your consideration, we obtained consent letters from 6 out of the 10 notified neighbors unable to attend this meeting, expressing their support for our application. And that concludes our presentation.
What is the height of the existing garage?
Oh, I don't believe I have the existing garage height, but it probably is, I would say, less than 12 feet. It's an existing one-car wide garage.
It is an issue for this board, the height of the garage.
It's understanding that we are widening the garage width, and it's impossible to achieve a gable-style roof with a decent pitch to match the house to obtain that 12-foot to the ridge height with a 24-foot wide garage.
All right.
I reflected on the plans, if you'd like to look at the plans, the height where the midpoint would have been, or to the height of the 12-foot would have been, and then where we are located. And again, it's a single-story garage. The attic is going to be unfinished and will not require, there's not going to be any windows looking over anybody's yards. It's just going to be a one-story garage.
Similar to the ones that you provided in the picture?
Yes, some of them are two-story garages, some of them are one-story, but also have a steep pitch, just like ours. If you refer to that front elevation, you'll see the front of the house with the reflection of the garage in the background, and how the pitch matches the roof, and now how it harmoniously.
Agreed. Okay. Okay. Anybody else have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, please.
Hello, my name
Raise
is,
your right hand first. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
My name is John Alcudlak. I'm at 48 Sylvia Street. I'm on the house just east of 50.
Very good.
Spell your last name?
Kudlak. Ken and Chi are great neighbors, they're great people. Unfortunately, I have to oppose this. I'm at 48 Sylvia Street for 43 years. Building a structure, their house is approximately 3 feet from the property line. My house is 10 feet from the property line. By building the structure this size, it's going to take away my sunlight. There'll be no, the lots are already undersized now. I believe they're supposed to be 7,000 square feet. They're 6,250. Privacy, we have limited privacy now. It's going to take away all privacy. It's going to devalue my house. Like I said, I'm there 43 years. I'm a retired city fireman. I already have PTSD from the Trade Center, and that's
So you're
it.
opposed to the second
The houses are right on top of one another.
To the size of what they're turning it into.
I mean, it's not that big considering the size of the property. But thank you for coming down.
Yeah, I don't want to be forced into litigation or losing and then selling my house.
I understand. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
As the board is aware, again, the house is not overbuilt for the property. It's only 2,455 square feet. If this was, again, a standard size lot, it was 7,000 square feet, we wouldn't be requesting an area variance or consideration.
You're not going to the side yard then?
No. The existing, setbacks of 3.4 feet will be maintained. The building is going to go straight up. If we had designed the second floor addition to be bumped in a 5-foot, so it provides an 8-foot setback, the house would have looked hideous. So we're just trying to make it as uniform as possible, to make it fit within the quaint neighborhood that they live in, and that was our attempt. So hopefully the board.
Would plantings help at all? Am I missing something?
How much planting are you going to do with a 3-foot side yard?
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah, it's a pre-existing, obviously, setback that we had no control over, and we're just maintaining the existing that's been there for X number of years.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions or comments, correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming down, sir.
Next is holdover 2, Appeal 23-277, Donna Slanina Ruiz at 47 The Promenade, Glen Head.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. Eric Snipes with the law firm of Greenberg Traurig, 900 Stewart Avenue, Garden City, New York, here on behalf of the applicant, Donna Slanina Ruiz. I'm going to hand up a Nassau County Department of Assessment age letter for the structures on the property.
establishing that the one-story dwelling with attic and basement was built in approximately 1956, and the one-story dwelling with was approximately 10 years of age in 1938, and as well as the garage was approximately 10 years of age in 1938. So I'm just handing that up. And I'm also going to hand up a packet of 8 photos of the property. So tonight's application seeks variances in connection with a 3-lot subdivision. This 3-lot subdivision is being done solely for estate planning purposes only. No construction proposed whatsoever. Even for, if you've visited the property or have seen aerials of the property, there, parcel C will be a rather large vacant lot, and there's no plans whatsoever to develop it. Here tonight with me is the applicant, Donna Slonina Ruiz. Her son, Andrew Ruiz, he lives in the house, the 1956 house, which is on proposed parcel B, as well as Mike Lynch from Lynch Appraisals, who we will proffer as a real estate expert. Prior to tonight's hearing, Mr. Ruiz did submit consent letters to the board. I'm not sure if you received them.
6 consents that were submitted.
And that does include a consent letter from Wolfgang Hiller of 46, the Promenade, which would be the neighbor abutting that vacant parcel C. So premises is known as 47 the Promenade, Glenhead, located on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map as Section 21, Block Q, Lot 35, and wholly within the R17 zoning district. Tonight we are here just for parcel A. Parcels B and C fully comply with the town zoning requirements. It's located on the south side of the Promenade. The rear yard of the premises abuts the northern portion of the town's Francis M. Gaynor Park. As I mentioned earlier, it is part of a 3-lot subdivision, and those lots that are part of the 3-lot subdivision are lots 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39. The entire property has a lot area of 25,918 square feet. As I mentioned, it is R17, so you could divide it up into compliant lots, but the reason we can't is because of those existing dwellings. So on parcel A, which is the subject of tonight's application, there's an existing 1-story frame cottage. As I mentioned, it was built in approximately 1928, as well as a garage with an attached greenhouse. It's not referenced in that age letter, the age of the greenhouse, but from speaking with Mr. Ruiz, it's approximately 1959 it was built, so it's been there for quite some time. The 2 existing dwellings are separated by a distance of approximately 24 feet, which is why it makes it difficult for us to be able to subdivide it to have lot area compliant lots. Premises is located in a residential neighborhood surrounded by single-family homes and town property to the south, as I previously mentioned. The proposed 3-lot subdivision will create lot widths of 50.04 feet for the subject plot, 80.66 feet for Plot B, and 70.1 feet for Plot C. This is consistent with the lots in the immediate surrounding area, featuring lots ranging from 50.79 feet to 40.05 feet, which would be Lot 34 abutting the premises to the west. The majority of the lots abutting the premises to the east and west are 40-foot lots. And I'll let Mike Lynch go into it in a couple minutes, but just want to touch on that some of the lots in the area have secured similar relief to the relief we're seeking tonight. And that relief is the existing greenhouse attached to the garage has a side yard setback of 2.1 feet where 3 feet is required. The existing greenhouse exceeds the maximum permitted % of accessory building coverage, and that's due to the fact that, the lots are being subdivided into 2 other lots. Under the town code, accessory buildings and structures may not exceed 40% of the building coverage of the principal building. So this brings the total principal building coverage up to 66%, where 40% is the maximum permitted. So, and parcel A, that cottage, has a small footprint, about 590 feet, so, square feet, rather. So that would be about 236 square feet, which would be about the size of a one-car garage. We also have a lot width variance request. Parcel A has a lot width of 50.04 feet, and as Mike Lynch will touch on, we believe that is consistent with the surrounding neighborhood. And finally, we do require a variance for the encroachment of eaves and gutters. Unless the board has any questions for me at this time, I would invite Mr. Lynch up to present his findings.
Can I just swear you in, Mr. Lynch, please? Sorry. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Yes, good evening. It's Mike Lynch, 15 Dewey Street, Huntington, New York. I'm here as the real estate expert on this matter, and as you know, I have appeared many times in the past before this board. Thought I had a copy. I have a copy of my CV.
Thank you.
I'll submit. And before I get started, I'd like to submit photographs that I've taken of the subject property in the immediate surrounding area. I have 7 copies, and there are 19 photos in each packet.
Thank you. Keep one, Michael. Thank you, buddy.
And I also have a markup of the tax map in the immediate area, of the immediate section and block of the subject property.
Thanks, buddy.
So good evening again, Madam Chair, members of the board. I'm here on this application for, technically on parcel A of a 3-lot subdivision. The parcels B and C, as Mr. Snipe has indicated, are fully conforming. Parcel A would contain the existing 590 square foot small cottage that was built in 1928. Along with that cottage was a detached garage also built in 1928, and attached to the rear of the detached garage is an old greenhouse that was built somewhat later, 1959. One of the variances, as Mr. Snipe has indicated, was triggered due to this small scale of the existing cottage, so we therefore technically need a lot coverage of 60% where 44% is required under the R17 zone of which we are zoned. So this is an older section of Glen Head. If you look at the tax map in the immediate area of this section and block of Glen Head, I've marked up along the south side of the promenade and the easterly side of Glen Cove Drive, which are all within the R17 zone. This stretch of Glen Cove Drive and the promenade stretching from Glen Head Road to the south and then east to Hillcrest Drive. In this particular area, the south side of the promenade are comprised of largely smaller, non-conforming or substandard lots. The northerly side of the promenade are larger lots. However, on the south side, the pattern of development, as you can see in the markup of the tax map that I've submitted to the board, the X's represent those lots that are substandard with respect to either lot width and or lot area. Proposed Lot A would be conforming in its lot area, containing 7,661 square feet. However, the lot width at the street would be just over 50 feet, and because of the small notched area at the rear of the lot, it narrows down to a little over 40 feet at the rear. However, as you can see, in the markup of the immediate section of the promenade along the south side, the area is one of largely of 40 and 50 foot wide lots, many of which are substandard also within their lot areas. On that note, I've also, Mr. Snipus and we've foiled the immediate area for zoning board grants in the area. Again, these all pertain to the south side of the promenade in the immediate area or the easterly side of Glen Cove Drive. I've got 3 decisions of new construction in the area that date back a number of years, or there was a more recent one. I think the most telling lot and most pertinent was back in 1986, where number 39, the Promenade, which is just to our west, was a variance to allow for the maintenance of a cottage and a detached garage on a substandard lot. It was a 40-foot lot in width. It was also a smaller lot area, but I'll submit these variances, some of which again are for either to maintain an existing dwelling on a lot or for new construction. And I also have decisions for some side yard variances for not only the principal dwelling, but for the accessory dwellings on the lot.
Do you want to see them read? Yeah. You might read.
So just to go through the variances, again, we're seeking lot width variances at the street. We're looking to have a 50-foot subdivided lot, which again is perfectly in keeping with the pattern of development in the immediate area along the Promenade and Glen Cove Drive. We also need variances for existing setbacks of the detached garage, which we're looking to maintain at 1.5 feet for the detached garage, where 3 feet is the requirement. And then for the attached greenhouse to the rear of that, we're looking for a 2.1-foot side yard where 3 feet is required. And again, the garage itself has been in that position for close to 100 years. And the garage and the attached greenhouse to the garage has been there since 1959, some 65 years ago. So I don't believe that those 2 requested variances are substandard. And again, existing conditions have been in place for 65 years plus. With respect to the lot widths, again, it's something that's perfectly in keeping with the pattern of development in this immediate area along the south side of Promenade. Again, in this markup of this tax map of the section and block, I counted 18 lots that are substandard with respect to lot width and/or lot area. So for those reasons, should the variances requested in this application be granted, there will be no adverse impact to nearby property values, certainly not to area character. Outwardly, this parcel, should it be approved, will appear no different than what's stood there for, again, 65 years plus. So there will be no adverse impact to the character of the area, and they're not substantial requests, again, given what I've shown on my exhibits with respect to other widths in the immediate area. So should the variances be granted, I don't believe there's any impact to the nearby community.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can answer any questions if the board may have any.
Anybody have any questions?
I have other copies of the variances.
Sure.
I forgot to hand those
That's
in.
okay.
7 sets.
I know.
That's okay, I'll keep them here.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike.
That concludes my presentation.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Okay. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision will be voted to by us.
Have a good night.
You too. Thank you, guys.
Sure. Good night, Michael. Thank you, Michael.
And we have holdover number 4.
Good night.
Appeal.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you. 23-621, Alan Heinman at 61 Birch Drive, Plainview.
you. Raise your right hand when you have a chance. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Your name and address.
My name is Robert Hyman of 61 Birch Drive in Plainview, New York, 11803. And I'm here to apply for a variance. It's a corner property. Originally, there was a 30-year-old dilapidated wooden fence. It was 6 feet in height. We had it removed in conjunction with a pool removal. We had the fence removed, and we had a 6-foot vinyl fence replaced identically in its positioning. I'm requesting a variance today for that said fence. It was complete ignorance on our end, and we very much apologize from our household. We have a miscommunication between the fence company and ourselves. Let the record be known, it's my fault and not my wife's.
You stole our hearts.
I'm sure this is being recorded as we speak.
And that fence doesn't interfere with anybody's line of sight, driveways next, or butting up next to it?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Thank you. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please get home safely, everyone.
Good night.
And that's a wrap.
Sometimes you just need it.
No.
But they were going quickly. Wait, let's put it.
Which doesn't.
We're good, how are you? You good?
Hanging in there?
Hanging in there, what about you?
Safe then?
Yeah? Tired, I bet it was a quick one. Tired tonight.
11:30 already.
Voting closed to the public. Say it again? No. Voting closed to the public. Open to the public, they're welcome to come in.
Yeah. So I just keep busy and be out and everything.
We've had people that, they just can't speak. Thank you.
For what, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. You're doing great. Whatever you're doing, you're doing great. Good night.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Keep my fingers crossed. I don't want to go anywhere else with it. I like this.
Yeah.
Like too much other stuff going on, right? So. Are you going, do you guys have the hotel thing?
Yeah,
On
oh, yes.
Tuesday? Where are you guys?
Patricia is in Massapequa.
Oh, that's nice.
Massapequa Park, Patricia is, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Did you guys?
Yeah, that's become annual, huh?
Yeah. Oh, did you
We have the worst restaurant.
No, I did not. I went to
It's actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
I went to it.
So, at least East Norwich goes to,
What is that?
yeah, which is good
Yeah,
food.
that's where I'm going.
That's good food.
Yeah, it is. Patrizia's is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Patricia's is
Yeah.
good food.
Are you going?
Yeah, but I'll be back, yeah.
Oh, you guys go over here, right?
Oh,
That
that day?
sucks.
That's a weird event. Television never works.
It's you guys that, yeah, no, it never works.
I don't know who they combine.
Seacliff. You guys went Seacliff?
They may with people.
Were you?
I don't know.
Oaks Valley.
Oaks Valley also. Yeah, they put a few there.
Because Seacliff always
Never
has their
works
stuff
out.
at Al Dente all day.
They may have this there. COVID.
Yeah.
That place where Rich LaMarca had his thing was pretty nice, but I know the parking is terrible there.
Which one? In Oyster Bay?
Yeah, it's in Oyster Bay.
Oh, on Mill River Road over there, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was, it's,
Coach Meeting House, maybe? Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, that's where it was.
that's where, yeah, I think it was.
TD
The
doesn't
place
change.
was, fun, but it was just the parking was,
They got their stuff at You guys have anything at Homestead, right, all the time?
I love when my Apple
Yes,
Watch
we do.
tells me I've achieved a goal,
30
I'm
years.
sitting down.
I like that, that's where I had my fundraiser, I thought it was a good place.
I think mine
Homestead.
knows when I'm
Right.
flying, because
What's
whenever the
that
captain
place
is
that
like,
opened
sit
up
down and
across the
take your
street?
seats, my watch is like,
Next to
stand
the
up!
point. Oh, yeah, Joy, it's
Yeah,
good.
I saw that.
Stand up, you look like a lunatic.
Oh, same owners? Yeah, they do it, but that's Italian.
It's all pasta.
All fresh pasta. Yeah, tough to get into.
Is
it? Oh, yeah.
I wonder how they do
It's very
it.
small.
Small portions too for big guys.
That's hilarious.
Small portions?
Yeah. Small.
Small.
That's
I like
cheating,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder how
It's
that's
good.
going to affect Authenticos.
Yeah, you know. It's
It's really small.
right? And you don't I've only been once, I didn't recognize one person. I thought Authentico tended to get more local people, so I don't know. That's a good place too.
I like
Authentico's really good.
My son took me there for Mother's Day.
Oh, really?
Nice. That's a nice place.
That's a good place.
Yeah, the food is good.
I liked it, yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. Right, should we vote?
Yep,
Boys
yep,
and
yep.
girls? Okay. Record time tonight.
Yes.
I didn't want to say anything.
Me either. I was
Good,
like,
that was
"Don't say
like,
anything."
good thing Judy Samanza got a cold or whatever. It's like, we've been here all night.
Yeah, because we had a lot of the, and
Like 4
whenever it's an
cases.
attorney, it's going to be a complicated case because they
That
don't.
was a
bring,
joke.
Like, yeah, they
Feel better, Judy?
I'm sick of it anyway. I'm sick of it, Judy.
I'm sorry, Don, wanted you to be sick.
You ready?
Ready.
Hearing number 1, appeal number 24-25. Shed was withdrawn, so we're going to remove
right.
See.
C.
C.
and I'll move this.
Okay, I'll second it. Oh, go
Lois
ahead.
will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 2, appeal number 24-59. No problem with this one.
No, I'll move it.
Lois will move it.
I'll second it.
Andrew will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 3, appeal number 24-99.
This is just a shed.
That's a
Yeah.
shed, yeah, that's no problem.
I'll move it.
I'll move.
Rebecca and Andrew will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 4, appeal number 24-104.
Oh, the pretty waterfall.
Yes, and all the abutters were okay with this
Yes,
as well.
yeah, I'll move that.
Lois will move it.
I'll second.
Oh,
Lisa? Will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 5, appeal number 24-124. This is a good application because he's getting rid of the two-family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is good.
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Lois will second.
And put it on the record, abandoned.
Yeah. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 6, appeal number 24-27. It's also this amendment. Okay.
Yeah, this was not bad. I'll move it.
Andrew? I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 7, appeal number 24-105. This was a fence, driveways next door is okay.
Had pictures from all angles, right? This is the
Yep.
four-way stop?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
You want to move it? Rebecca will move it?
I'll second.
Lisa will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 8, appeal number 24-97.
So this is one where I think it was before us previously, and it had a carport.
Yes, and it was horrible, and that's why we denied it.
And
He got rid of it.
it was very nice that he listened to our feedback and moved it. So I'm comfortable moving this.
And I am comfortable seconding it. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 10, appeal number 24-109. It's a 4,000 square foot lot.
Yeah, I was on the block. It's mixed. It's got its fair share of very tall, actually, it has some unusually tall homes, and it has some original ranches. It's got a real mix. But we looked at the plans. I think it looked okay. It doesn't have,
It's not crazy.
yeah. And it's the back of the house is Kitty Academy, and then over one street is the mall. So it's, it really is like in the middle of somewhat commercial-ish area. I think it's okay for where it's being proposed.
Okay. You want to move it?
Oh, sure. I'll
And I
second.
will- Lisa, you're going to second it. All in
Yes.
favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 11, appeal number 24-95. This came with consents. I'll move this with the condition that we have no further enclosure of the pergola.
And I'll second it.
And Lois will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 12, appeal number 24-101.
What made you ask about the chickens? Was this the chickens one?
Yeah, there was a complaint.
There was an accusation.
But there were no chickens there according to code?
When the code inspector was there, but he was there about 6 or 8 months ago. So they just wanted you to ask one more time.
Yeah.
Just to be sure that it wasn't a condition that were turned. So.
I mean, she seemed pretty happy.
Mhm.
Well, hard to have a dog and have chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll move it.
Andrew will move it. I will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 13, appeal number 24-143.
Just a fire?
Fire
Yeah,
damage,
yeah.
yeah. I'm surprised it didn't say that on the application, but I guess they didn't ask for hardship.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any problem with this big piece of property. So I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Andrew will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 14, appeal number 24-115.
121 parking spaces when 123 are needed.
We should have every
They
parking
couldn't divide one
variance.
and two?
Yeah.
Every parking variance should look like that.
Yeah, really.
I'll move it.
Second.
Rebecca will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 15, appeal number 24-123, another fence. No problem with this one either.
I'll move it.
Andrew will move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 16, appeal number 24-61. This is actually going to be smaller, so that's a good thing. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Lois will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so
Comes
moved.
straight out of Julius Caesar.
I mean, you did a heck of a job with these names tonight, I gotta tell you.
Yes.
Hearing number 18, appeal number 24-110.
That seemed okay.
Yeah, this was not.
Yeah.
I'll move this.
Yeah, they had photos.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
nice, actually.
It's
Actually
actually
pretty nice.
barbecue with a countertop.
Yeah.
Existing for 10 years.
I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 1, appeal number 24-63. I do have a problem with the garage height on this. They submitted, and I knew they would, other ones in the neighborhood, pre-existing.
Those old neighborhoods have the
But this is
garages.
proposed.
And this is proposed, and
Yeah.
they can put a one-story garage, because it does set a precedent when we start approving them.
You can send it back. I mean, it's aesthetics, you know?
Well, I think she said the issue was that they're widening the garage.
Yeah,
to
they
make
made it a
20
two-car
feet.
garage.
Yeah.
Right, but no,
So
I
you can
get
ask,
that,
just
but
shrink the garage.
It's a 50-foot lot, so you can't ask for too much on a 50-foot lot.
Or put
So-
a different style of roof on. I mean,
Let's
there's
put it on
Or a smaller
reserve.
garage.
Let's put it on reserve
Okay.
and see what she
Shrink-
can come up with.
Shrink garage?
Yeah.
Just lower the height a little bit.
The height, she's got to do something
You know,
else
she
with the
does it a
height.
couple of feet.
Make her magic.
Doesn't necessarily have to be 12, but just lower than
Lower,
the 17.1,
right?
is that
Yeah.
correct? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I know she's going to say there's others, and again, it sets a precedent.
Yeah, but did they widen them before they,
Right, I mean, there are a lot of.
yeah, she's expanding it as well, so.
Exactly. And
Little
she's
different.
in a big expansion of the house, so you can't have it all.
She's not leaving it as is.
Holdover number 2, appeal number 23-277. Yeah, this is existing. They're just moving the lot lines, so
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with this. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Andrew, second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved.
That's an interesting application, right? This is gonna get
That's
3
my
lots
dream
out of it.
house right there.
Yeah.
Little house,
Cute.
big greenhouse.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Holdover number 4, appeal number 23-621. I don't
Exactly.
have any.
Exactly.
And I don't want them back. That's why I want to sell my house. They keep coming back.
Not so soon, my friend.
This is a fence in Plainview, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so that was the last
Yeah,
gentleman.
rebuild them and old.
I'll move
Nice.
this.
I'll second it.
Lois will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Which brings us to reserved decisions. Oh, it's Helen.
This was held for a site inspection.
And?
If anybody had seen it or not.
Oh,
Did we see it?
From April 4th. There were a lot of bedrooms in this. I can pull the file.
This is one of the
proposed
second
new
driveway.
dwelling.
There were a lot of bedrooms.
On the
Let me
side.
see. 24-40.
Basement entrance, they wanted to add the driveway on Plainview Road.
Oh, you're You know this one. What did you think of it?
I don't like the driveway with the basement entrance there. I think it invites trouble. And he has a driveway in the front.
I'm sorry, sir.
No, it's fine. Six
So
bedrooms.
he's got a 4 on 12
Six
roof
bedrooms,
pitch.
6 baths.
No.
I think it's a no. That's a
I'm
no.
I'm
That's a
already,
big
don't
house.
even pull it out. This is not in character with the neighborhood. It screams rental because of the garage, not the garage, the
Driveway.
the driveway with the basement entrance in it. She's going over on the roof pitch to make all that room for 6 bedrooms, each with its own bathroom. And that is not, just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
So I'm moving to deny this.
I'll second.
I was absent.
I'll deny also, I'll vote to deny.
Lisa?
Deny?
Okay.
Okay, very good.
Do we have enough to?
Oh, wait.
So we have
Yeah,
Lois,
that's
are you
four,
to
right?
deny, Lo?
I'm denying,
Okay,
yes.
so
Yeah, four,
Lois,
right?
Rita.
Yeah, four.
Oh, okay, Kathy absent.
Yeah.
Lisa?
Rita, Lois?
Yep, many
Yeah,
of
we
you.
have-
Yep, I have
Okay,
enough.
so it's denied.
Thank you. And the next one is T-Mobile Northeast LLC, Appeal 23-170. This was previously denied by us, and Don's going to speak to you.
So this is a motion or resolution by us, the zoning board, to approve a settlement. This was, we previously denied radio equipment on the water tower in Glen Head, where we just had an application last week, so I think you're familiar with the property. And this would approve a stipulation of settlement. The settlement will allow, will annul the prior decision and then grant the variance, and then approve the settlement. The settlement has as a condition that a screening fence is added to the facility's ground equipment, and the document has an exhibit with the actual fencing in it as an exhibit, the stipulation of settlement. So it's consistent with the fencing that is between this and the only residential property now, so it'll be doubly screened. They both have slats in them to obscure visibility, and this was for a rear yard variance to begin with, and it was a side yard neighbor that was complaining. So tonight, we're simply approving the settlement.
I move to
As ordered
approve
by
the
the federal
settlement.
judge.
Yep. I move it.
I'll second it.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved.
And just 2 names of the parent-child, please.
That would be Lois and I.
Lois, I'm sorry.
Lois and I.
Thank you.
Good night, all.
Thank
Good
you,
night,
everybody.
everyone. It's been real.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is a good night.
Thanks, Tom.
I know, every meeting is, I feel better. Oh, doesn't seem to be working.
Bye, Andrew.
Bye-bye, everyone.
It's a little bit of a rough go there right
I
now,
know. Been there.
especially with her being far away, and she was not getting along with this woman we had in the house.
That's key.
That's always hard.
That's really
hard.
key, though. They have, I mean, we're very lucky.
She said, because she only told me a few days after, like, things were not going well, and she's like, well, I wanted to take a shower, and the woman told me you showered yesterday. My mom's like,
Well, yeah, I like to do it